It's hard to say what sets pulses racing the most, the performance or the looks. The new Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG features a distinctively pure design, superior dynamics, and levels of safety and everyday practicality that are the hallmarks of Mercedes-Benz. The conversion to dry sump lubrication allows a significantly lower engine mounting position, with the resulting lower center of gravity enabling high lateral acceleration and scintillating vehicle dynamics. Power is distributed from the AMG 6.3-liter V8 to the rear axle via particularly light carbon driveshaft, similar to those used in DTM C-Class touring race cars. With its unique gull-wing doors, the SLS AMG is a classic of tomorrow, which takes cues from the legends of Mercedes-Benz. A long wheelbase and bonnet combined with a wide track and large wheels creates proportions that are unmistakably supersports. Although development officially began in 2006, the SL65 AMG Black Series is the culmination of more than 40 years of dedication to performance. One man, one engine. Each AMG 6-liter V12 bi-turbo engine is hand-built by a single engineer before it's lowered into the body. To optimize the power-to-weight ratio, the engine power has been increased to 661 bhp, and the car's weight has been reduced by 250 kilograms. Except for the doors and attached wing mirrors, all bodywork parts have been replaced for the AMG Black Series. A wider stance and an extending carbon fiber rear spoiler, a first for a Mercedes AMG car, improve the poise and grip and create a menacingly aggressive appearance.
I don't know if you guys have seen the review by Doug DeMuro on this car when he was sort of really getting into the YouTube scene, but man, the one thing about this car that definitely Doug showcases is that this car can be scary in the wrong hands. You have 661 horsepower under your right foot, and you have a rear-wheel drive coupe that's not necessarily been tuned with the best of the abilities to handle that power in certain situations. So definitely when it comes to this car, if you ever encounter this and are able to drive it, be careful because this car can get really freaking scary. Got two V12s. Let's see what we can do. V12 Vanquish, and we got the AMG SL65 AMG Black Series, which is my preferred of the two. Even though I love both of these cars, by the way. Actually, in Need for Speed Most Wanted, the remake, when I first got that when I was a kid, I ended up driving this Vanquish here a lot in that game. Speaking of that Most Wanted game, we all pretty much agreed that it was just like the closest thing that they ever wanted to do to remake Burnout Paradise. Nice job, dude. I thought he was definitely going to avoid it, but I guess the AI just was like, nah, not today, man. But yeah, we can pretty much all agree, I think, that it was just a glorified Burnout Paradise. That's what it was. With the Need for Speed badge written on it and different cars. Basically the same thing. It even had the crash thing that wasn't as robust as Burnout ever did it, and, you know, that just makes me miss Burnout even more. But the one thing, you know, about this car, I'll say that surprises me to this day. Obviously, this was many years ago at this point. But just putting a V12 in a car like this is like crazy because Mercs these days you're like expecting them to be bi-turbos, you know, bi-turbo V8s, excuse me. So like, you know, knuckle down muscle, German muscle car, stuff like that. But refined, smooth. Handling is, you know, more refined in this day and age. Not with this car, and with the cars of this era. They were like, put big engine in car, right? Again, like we were talking about in the last video, we saw that with Audi saloons and coupe. It's putting V10s in those things. Why does my understated businessman Audi saloon sound like the Gallardo? Or even the Viper? Because we have to remember that the Viper, especially the last SRT Viper GTS, was made with I believe, still the biggest engine fitted to any production car, which is 8.4 liter V10. So crazy, man. I love this car so much. And the Vanquish has been vanquished. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I can actually make that joke now because I didn't get the stupid Aston Martin model wrong this time round. Alright. Let's see what we get here. Did it just level up? Nice. What do we consider now? An offender. I am offending you, cops. Ooh, got the CCX. Very nice. We're starting to unlock Hyper Series cars, so you guys can start to see we're really moving up. Even though we haven't unlocked the last two tiers of events here. We're getting up there, folks. We're getting up there. Alright, and I think with those events out of the way, time to get into some cop events. Let's see what we got. We got an Interceptor, as well as we have another Interceptor. So, let's just do this one. See what we can drive here.
The Speedster name is one of the most evocative in the history of Porsche. To commemorate its famous 50s forebear, a limited edition 911 Speedster will go on sale in January 2011. As a homage to the original 356 Speedster, only 356 examples of this low-slung, open-top two-seater will be made, so seeing one will be a rare sight. The characteristic rear-engine chassis features the best from the current 911 generation. A 3.8-liter flat-six tuned to deliver 408 horsepower with an average fuel consumption of 27.43 miles per gallon, and the 7-speed Porsche PDK gearbox, which delivers power via a limited slip differential to the rear axle. Designed and conceived by the Porsche exclusive department in Stuttgart, the two-seater 911 Speedster is significantly different from the other members of the 911 family. Every Porsche Speedster was traditionally distinguished by its shortened windscreen and sleek tail. The new 911 features a 40mm lowered and raked windscreen and the characteristic double-bubble hardcover for the manual soft top. The sporting flavor is enhanced further by the pure blue exterior color that has been developed exclusively for the Speedster and which provides an intriguing contrast with the tinted front lights, black headlight surrounds, black windscreen border, and other black decorative features.
You know, I feel bad when it comes to Porsche, the generations of like the 992, the 991, these are and this is something I need to brush up on and really like understand better. It's just one thing, I was talking about this at Cars and Coffee where it was like, this is like one of the cars that I just don't know, like all the generations of 911. So, I'll get up to speed on those at some point in my life, so. Alright, we are chasing a 959, let's get this guy. Here. We got some nice weapons, just no EMPs, but I think that should be alright. He's gonna take shortcuts because I know where this road leads. He's definitely gonna take shortcuts, that's for damn sure. Yep.
Contact.
Got him. Man, that was a really... Okay, that was a pretty mean spike strip, if I do say so myself. I caught him on like the corner there. Oh my god, he's going. I was surprised he didn't drop it here, because it's really hard to dodge spike strips in this little corridor here. Oh god, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Roger that.
Ow. Is he taking the other shortcut?
All units, we are reading a disruption to the communication system. Please confirm system operations.
Wait, what? Oh, so he turned around.
A roadblock is displayed
Yeah, now
directly ahead of you.
that for sure. Did he hit?
All units
So
move
he
in.
did hit it. Okay. Oh god, this is hard to catch up to him. Will that hit him? Nice, let's go. Just try and slam into him. Boom! The heck out of here. Man, that aerial spike strip hit was actually pretty poggers. Let's go. Woo!
Suspect vehicles have been stopped. Good job, officer.
Damn it, and I'll apologize for this for now. I mean, I'll apologize for this right now. Man, I know that the text sometimes just glitches out when they're narrating, so I apologize for that if you guys keep hearing those in the bios. I'm really sorry about that. You know, what are you gonna do, man? Alright, you've been promoted though, which is nice. Let's take a look what we got here. What are we considered now? I believe we were a patrolman, so what are we now? Trooper! We're a trooper! Nice, let's go. We will unlock a new car as well for that. Do we get the speedster? Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to me. I like the rims on the speedster. I'll definitely say that. Definitely love the rims on the speedster. Got another new car. Very nice. What we get? Ooh, the Valentino Balboni. So for those of you who don't know, this special edition of Gallardo was made specifically in honor of Valentino Balboni, who was the previous test driver for Lamborghini for a gazillion years, and he was replaced by a man called Max Venturi, which his name is freaking amazing. But yeah, that was to celebrate Valentino Balboni's years and years of being Lamborghini's test driver. And in addition to that, this car was limited run, limited paint job, I believe, and also much more expensive and lighter than the base Gallardo. And sort of, I guess, to end off the episode, let's drive it. I'll record this, and I'll catch you guys in the event. You know, definitely looking at professions for being in the car industry, definitely one of the biggest ones, other than being like a Top Gear presenter. Everyone wants to be a Top Gear presenter, is definitely test driving. Being a test driver seems freaking cool. Obviously, there's probably a lot of qualifications that comes with that, but at the end of the day, man, it seems freaking cool to me. Get to drive everything that Lamborghini's got testing. It's a really cool job, but also probably terrifying. Alright, Porsche 918 Camire. Meet your Italian brethren. Even though you're not Italian, you're German, but hey. Just hit the block right away. I'm just gonna do it right away. The reason I want to is because there's no shortcuts, so this guy has a little room to move. Dodge.
unit suspect involved in a TC on our position. Roger that. Everyone unit engaging.
Still sort of moving. I'm afraid he's gonna spike me. I'm gonna sort of stay.
All units, listen systems are down. Suspect is using a jammer.
Oh no, he tried. Man, that was quick. That was pretty quick. I don't know what, like, I get what the AI was thinking. He was trying to turn around, but he just didn't handbrake or anything. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. The 53 seconds. It was even faster than the one we did a few episodes ago, which was 55 seconds, I believe. All right, we did get something new. Let's take a look at what we're getting here. Awesome. Alright, I think that's a fantastic place to end off the episode, unlocking speed enforcement, which means there's a lot of new cars that we'll be doing bios for in the next part. I will be doing those in the next part, not today, just due to the fact that I don't want to overload you guys with a ton of bios and stuff like that. So in the next episode, we will be throwing all those at the end of the video because, Yeah, this is really exciting, guys. We're getting into the final stages of this game with the second to last tier of events being unlocked, which means that the racer events aren't also far behind. Probably in the next 2 or 3 events, maybe one, oh, actually 1 or 2, maybe 3 events, we should be good to go. So, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, follow me on the socials linked in the description below. And in the next episode, we're going to be getting into the speed enforcement side of things, maybe starting off a little bit with still finishing off the Super Series events, but getting into the speed enforcement and hopefully unlocking the next tier of racer events, which are called exotic events. So looking forward to doing that with you guys, but without further ado, again, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Peace out, guys. Take care.
Built for racetracks, master of the road. For 20 years, the 3 Series has been entirely devoted to the world of motorsport. The 4th generation BMW M3 Coupe is all about adding the finishing touches to perfection. A light, high-revving, naturally aspirated V8 sits at the front of the M3. With a peak power of 420 bhp at 8,000 RPM and an 8,400 RPM redline, the M-Power engine performs best when it's spinning fast. A distinctive carbon fiber reinforced plastic roof helps reduce weight and significantly lower the center of gravity, while bonnet vents, rear spoiler, and diffuser effectively minimize uplift. Motorsports is the DNA of the BMW M3 Coupe. After 40 years as Lamborghini's test driver, Valentino Balboni has been honored with a car that bears his name. Hired in 1967 by the company's founder Ferruccio Lamborghini, he has helped develop the character of many classic cars, including the Miura. It was evident early on that Balboni had a special feel for the cars he worked on, with him saying in 1973, "A Lamborghini must always combine the precision of a race car with the reliability of a good friend." The 250 LP552s that will be built are made even more desirable by being the only Lamborghinis currently in production that are rear-wheel drive. A white and gold stripe runs the entire length of the car and is inspired by classic sports cars of the 1970s. These distinctive colors are found inside the car as well, with the center console being upholstered in striking polar white leather.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes.